All right. So you secured yourself in the tavern in the whoops commercials in the woodland fortress of Wodheim. I assume after warming up, drying your clothes, eating some soup, you go to sleep. All right. It's a small, crappy room. No lock on the door. The straw bed. Uncomfortable, but you find yourself falling asleep pretty quickly after the day you had. Um, no audio. I think do you have it muted, Neil?
Yeah, I forgot to unmute my own audio.
Okay.
All right, but you were fine.
Oh, okay.
It was just me. Yeah.
Alrighty. So,
All right. So I go to sleep.
following morning, yeah, you wake up following morning. Straw bed. Okay,
Straw
I need to stop watching chat, otherwise I'll get distracted.
Don't listen to them.
Okay. So yeah, spells you memorize. You have 2 HP.
Cure light wounds, cause light wounds, darkness.
Okay.
Okay. I immediately cast a cure light wounds. 8. Oh my god, I'm so good with these cure light wounds rolls. It's never not healed me to full.
All right.
Okay. I do want to note that I left my robes down in the parlor so they could dry in front of the fireplace overnight.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So I guess I walk down in the morning. And, when I get into my bedroom, I take off my loincloth and leave it out to dry. So morning, walk down, loincloth.
You did this visual, your scrawny, sickly body.
Yeah, with a backpack and like some daggers and a whip and stuff over my shoulder, and I walk down to the common room and look for my robes.
All right, you probably slept in until maybe 9 or 10. So by the time you wander downstairs, there's a few people around eating breakfast. You get some looks. Pick up your smoky robes from in front of the fire. Put them back on. Your red robe is looking pretty tattered.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new one.
It's all holy, and although it's red, there are still bloodstains on it. They don't look necessarily like bloodstains, but they are discolorations.
Yeah, I definitely need to get a new robe. Okay, well, I don my black robe. And I get myself some more food.
Okay. Let me throw down. Maybe a silver.
All right, I give him 10 copper.
All right. All right. Do you wish to?
I want to ask the barkeep. Where am I? What town is this?
You've got the pleasure to find yourself in Wodheim.
In Wodheim? What a place. How big is this town? I'm sorry, I came in last night. It was dark, it was wet, it was cold. How big is this place?
You mean
how many people live here? Yeah.
Full time, we've got a couple thousand.
It's a big town. I don't think I've ever been in town this big before.
He sort of smirks.
Well, thanks, buddy. Hey, I'm looking for a necklace for my sister. She's getting married soon. Do you happen to know of like a jeweler or something where I could go get a necklace? Now, I don't actually have a lot of money, so maybe someone whose prices are a little bit cheaper, if you know what I mean.
I'm not much of a connoisseur myself, but if you go to the market square, I'm sure you can find what you're looking for. Okay. Just follow the main road to the center of town.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. So I take off along that road.
Okay.
Again, daggers hidden, uh, belt being whip being used as a belt.
Okay. So the town mostly looks like it consists of small thatched huts. There are some 2 and 3 story buildings. It's sort of built into a hilly section, so that there are parts where the town goes up on slopes.
Mm-hmm.
Small little cottages running
Okay.
up the hills. But the entire town seems to be encircled with a maybe 20-foot wooden wall. Not palisade, but it's made of wood, so it looked like plywood or something like that.
Okay.
And periodically there are towers, wooden towers along the wall. Yeah, there seem to be fair bit of people milling about. As you approach the center of town, you see it looks like a single large tree jutting up in front of your path. As you get closer, the road's heading straight for the tree, and you get to the center of town, and you see the tree sort of is the center of town, and beneath it is what looks like a gazebo. But as you get closer,
I attack the gazebo.
Roll the hit. All right. So as you get closer, you realize that the structure of the gazebo was made up by the roots of the tree.
That's pretty badass.
It's probably maybe 50 feet in diameter. It looks like a sort of little park of things. There are people milling about it, and then the buildings are sort of cleared for maybe 300 feet around the gazebo, and it looks like most of the buildings that border this are shops of various sorts. That is, like a blacksmith and
Wow.
general store and all the usual Dungeons and Dragons-y
Right.
establishments.
Okay. I walk over and marvel at the
They're all
gazebo.
Yeah, it's pretty much as I described. On the ground, laid with cobblestones, which are broken up in places where the roots sort of go through the stones and into the dirt beneath.
Okay.
There are a few tents and stuff strewn about the center, so temporary market stalls.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like there's a lot of the majority of the commerce is permanent businesses.
Okay.
You see a jeweler building, like a building that looks like it belongs to a jeweler, and there's also some tents that seem to be hawking various necklaces and things.
I want to go to one of the tents that's hawking a necklace.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll be less reputable folk. Okay, yeah, I want to head over to one of those and strike up a conversation with one of the jewelers there.
Okay. All right. Find a gnome running one of the tents. He's got a pair of spectacles on with detachable lenses that are flipped up for now. It's
Okay.
Microscopes attached to his glasses.
Okay.
There are people milling about looking at his stuff, but no one's talking with him right now. All right. So you can initiate a conversation with him.
Yeah, I say, hey, how's it going, man? I see you sell jewelry.
Great. Yes. What are you looking for?
Well, I am in a little bit of an interesting situation. I actually have some stuff that I was wondering if you'd like to buy from me. I don't know if you're much in the...
Wince and frowns and says, if it's a deal.
I can give you a pretty good deal on it. See, my sister recently passed away, and I, as her only living family member...
spare me the stories.
Sorry. I look a little bit sad, and I put her...
The less lies I have to keep track of, the better.
I put a pearl necklace, some gemstone gold earrings, and the gold chain on the table.
He looks you up and down. Your sister. There are treasure tables in here. So you said there was a gold chain.
A gold chain, a gemstone gold earrings, and a pearl necklace.
Okay. Where? It's not under treasure and magical items. There was.
DMG. It's just after the treasure magical item table. Is where the gemstones are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before the magic item table is just after the big fat ass treasure table. Like page 182 or 181, if the books have the same page count.
Okay, yeah, magical item descriptions.
Yeah,
Here
treasure
we go.
tables, appendix 1.
Alrighty. So what do you want to start with?
Pearl necklace.
Alright. Miscellaneous. So magic items. Or like the items. Strings. Objects of art. Here we go.
Because a pearl should be at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
100 to 500 GP per pearl.
Pearls. Yeah, yeah.
So pearl necklace is kind of a...
Yeah. It's a pure pearl. Okay. Okay. So he looks for the pearl necklace and he seems impressed. This is nice. He looks at it, he says, I'm not sure if I could pay you what it's worth, but I may be willing to trade.
How much will you give me?
He says, well, it's probably worth maybe 1,000 gold. But I don't carry that sort of cash. I could trade you for some gems.
I'll take some gems and some cash. I need something liquid that I can pay for food with.
Well, let's see what else you got.
Gemstone gold earrings.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. These are amethysts. I can give you 100 for the pair.
And for the chain?
All right. He said over and says, 2 gold.
Yeah, whatever.
So he pulls out a box, a lock box,
Mm-hmm.
and opens it up, and pulls out a pouch and a couple coins, and yeah, 102 gold. And he asks what you want to do with the pearl necklace.
Well, I already have 100 gold here, so whatever. How much can you give me for it in gems?
Sorry.
At a rate of 50 coins to a pound, I am at 2 pounds of coins.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I don't know. He pulls out a pouch. All right. He's I just got these cut garnets from the south. I can give you 10 of them for the necklace. They're worth about 100 apiece.
Done.
He pours out on the table for you to take a look at if you want.
I look at him and go, all right, trade. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so he gives you 10 garnets in a pouch. And puts it all back in his lockbox and keys it up. And puts it beneath his little booth.
Okay, written down on my character sheet. 10 garnets, the whole bag weighs a pound about?
Yeah, they're pretty small. I mean, they're like, yeah, a couple millimeters in diameter. Drop down the GP value for me too. We'll just consider them 100 GPs.
Yeah, I put down 10 garnets, 100 GP each.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Shit, now I'm set. I want to go replace my tattered red cloak with a new one.
Okay. And there's a seamstress in a general store, or however you want to do it.
Just general store, buy new cloak.
Okay.
How much for the new cloak?
How nice of one do you want? And the general store doesn't really have a whole
I
lot.
just need a normal cloak. Or robe, nothing big.
Yeah. Okay, a gold.
A
You wanna-
gold. Okay. Done. No, I'll just pay the gold, no problem. Hand him an actual gold piece.
Yeah. Eyes light up a little bit. Probably used to getting paid in silver. All right. And where's your next?
Where to next is
Rich.
I need to go tithe some of this money. I need to give it to the church. I need to give it to my God. I need to do some sort of worship, celebrate. I haven't done any Beelzebub worshiping lately.
Well, you've delivered some souls.
I
But-
did deliver souls.
Yeah, I mean, charity is not really a part of your mythos.
Okay, sweet.
So sacrifice and that sort of thing, maybe.
Yeah, what sort of sacrifices does Beelzebub like?
I mean, pretty much anything. The higher up the food chain, the better. The more hit dice, the better.
So if I were to sacrifice a person, that'd be pretty good, right?
Yeah, but that's basically what you consider your day-to-day as doing.
Okay. My day-to-day existence is sacrificing people to Beelzebub.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I sacrificed a corgi to him the other night.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Some
he's
brownies.
brownies he must love. Corgi. That was actually going to be dinner for me. I was just hungry.
Yeah, and then spreading of plagues and things like that. I mean, that's more how you worship.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can do you've got various rituals or whatever you can do.
hmm
You know.
Okay. I would like to. Jesus, what I don't know. What do I want to do? I kind of want to. I kind of want to go get some poisons and spread a plague in this town. Or maybe not like I don't know how to spread a plague, but I want to go to the library. I'm going to go research how to spread a plague. So would I know how to create or find a plague or spread a plague or get one, create a plague?
No, you probably heard a few tales of, great priests and whatnot of yore
Okay.
spreading these sorts of things, but you wouldn't really know where to start.
Yeah. I want to go find the library, so I ask about.
Okay.
See if they have
You get some looks and head scratches, and you start to get the impression that this isn't a very learned town. You end up wandering to like a bookstore of sorts,
Uh-huh.
but as far as you can gather, there's no like public library.
Mm,
There's like a bookstore / apothecary type shop in the town square.
okay. I go there then.
Yeah, I mean, so there's. You're actually not all that impressed. Maybe a couple dozen various books, and
Okay.
then herbs and poultices and that sort of thing.
So
Ingredients.
I go to the apothecary.
Sort of a bald, wizzled old man with a long, thinning gray beard.
I got problems with dogs eating my chickens. I need some poisons to put these wild dogs down. Strongest poisons you got.
Well, I don't tend to make poisons, but I got some dried nightshade that should do the trick.
As an herbalism expert, what does that do for me?
It's just a toxic plant.
Okay.
Usually harvest and dry the root, and it's pretty much toxic as is.
Okay.
Common for what he's selling it as is like a killing pests and enough that'll kill a dog or a person.
You got something a little stronger?
He shakes his head. No, this is the only pesticide I got.
Well, guess it'll have to do.
It only gets weaker than this. Okay. Yeah. So other than the curing process here, I mean, it's a reasonably common herb. You could probably implement it yourself, but
Fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll just buy it here. I'm rich anyway.
so he says it's a golden ounce, and pulling out a jar and a balance.
As an ounce a dose.
Depends how big you're working with. An ounce will take out a whole bunch of rats. Maybe only a couple dogs.
Okay. How much you got?
It looks like he's only got a couple ounces.
I'll buy them all.
Okay. All right. The jar is probably just over 4 ounces. I'll sell it to you for 3 gold.
Okay. I give him his 3 gold, dropping me down to 98. And how many? We're gonna call that 4 doses.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
it only weighs 4 ounces, so I'm just gonna put it down as negligible.
Yeah. Sure. So it's it's a fairly flavorless substance. If you can get like a person or a dog or various one-hit die creature to eat an ounce of it, or so, it will. Let me see what.
Hmm. So I want to figure out what the water source for this town is. Do they use a common well, a fountain? Is there a river that runs through town? Where do they get their water from?
So after wandering, there is a river that cuts the town in two, like just sort of north of the town square. There's like bridges and stuff over it, but they don't get their water from there. During wandering a little bit, you see a few wells. Are you asking anyone?
I mean, I asked someone where I can get some water. Like where's the nearest well for water?
Just to the nearest well.
Okay. But I'll take like a few
So
hours to
it's just a
explore
public-
town.
Yeah. Okay. So it's roughly circular. Sort of seems to be built outwards from that central square. At some point, they put a wall up around the whole thing, and they sort of kept it confined within there. Sort of rebuilt on top of the old years. Like I said, there's that river that cuts it mostly in half, and there's about 3 bridges over it. Are you drawn?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can try and. No, that's not how the river runs the other way. Oh, you erased everything.
Oh. So I can't unerase, so.
Whoops. Oops. I do suck at drawing, but it's not perfectly circular. It's somewhat irregular. Here, we should go all the way. So in the center of town, there's that sort of tree. And I don't know how much more detail do you want me to get.
That's fine.
Okay, so there's like a main. I'll draw like the main road, I guess, and then there are various circular roads out from there.
Okay, but I really just want to know where the wells are.
So here's the main road, bridge there. Bridges. Here's sort of like the town square. Yeah, I mean, so you, after wandering a bit, I mean, there's a well up here, there's a well over there, there's a well over there. You haven't really explored the part of city you first came into.
Okay, I want to go explore that area as well.
Okay, so we wind up wasting a good portion of the day.
It's fine. I don't mind.
These are the wells you wind up locating. And you also sort of get the impression that maybe some wealthier people have private wells or things of that sort.
That's fine. There's 5 wells throughout town. So how much poison would I need to taint a well? How do you taint a well?
I mean, it's they're usually drilled into like an underground water supply or whatever, right? Like
Right.
a lake that filled up with groundwater periodically. I mean, it's somewhat limited volume and it's not really flowing all that quickly. Yeah, I mean, so sufficient amount of poison, but I mean, you would need a whole fuck ton more than you have.
Right. Fucking brownies. All right. If it's too late in the day, I won't do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. But
It's like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, great. I want to go out in the forest and look for some more deadly nightshade or any other sort of toxins or anything that could be used as a poison.
All right. Okay. Alrighty. All right. As you're sort of walking out of town, you do think you overhear some conversation about something in the east, like terrible nightmares attacking village of whatever.
Right.
The mayor's dead. Smirk to yourself. Do you care to pry more or just
No.
pry more?
If it's spreading, that's good. Everyone shall know the name of Beelzebub soon.
Okay.
So
you want to go herb gathering?
I want to go herb gathering.
Okay. Give me a proficiency check.
Where's my herbalism proficiency? 13. Fail. Bad fail.
All right. You don't find any useful herbs throughout the rest of the day.
Okay.
What do you do as night starts to fall?
I go back in town. And I go back to my inn. And I ask the innkeeper if he knows where I could find any ladies of the evening.
He sort of gives you a skeptical look and says, "This is a reputable inn, sir. If you're looking for that sort of business, you should go to the Limp Pony on the north side of town.
Thanks.
Take your sketchy business elsewhere."
Look, can I just get a room here then? Sorry. Where I'm from, no one cares. So
he ignores you for the time being. You're not sure if he refused you room, but he looks a little affronted that you would ask for prostitutes, and then he'd say, "Get out of here," and he'd say, "Okay, I'll just take a room then."
I slide him 6 silver again, and just kind of look expectantly at him.
He sort of looks, I don't know, gives you a look, doesn't say anything, takes the silver, and then goes back to his work.
All right. I hang out in that common room, and are there many people in the common room?
More than when you walk in, for sure.
Okay. I'm going to go in, hang out for a few minutes, and then when the innkeeper's back is turned, I want to walk out the front door and head towards the Limp Pony.
All right. So it's, okay, yeah. So you find that north of that river seems to be a little sketchier part of town.
Okay.
You know, more swords worn on belts and, grungier looking folk, especially wandering around, especially after dark.
All right. I get
And you find
directions.
that, so right next to the north gate of town is
The limp pony.
the limp pony.
All right. I show up. I go there and I do the same thing with the barkeep. I go up to him and be like, you know, where I can find some ladies of the evening.
Okay. He sort of nods you towards a back room.
Okay. I stride over there.
Okay. It feels sort of like a strip club of sorts, like a brothel, with women wandering around. I mean, it's basically connected to the front tavern, but separated by a door.
Damn it! I was hoping to.
There's a maitre d' or whatever managing the.
See, and this is why you need to legalize prostitution, because when it's indoors, you can't murder prostitutes. It's
Why
so
you
much
wanna
harder
murder
to.
prostitute.
I was gonna lure one away to one of the wells, murder her, and shove her in.
Alrighty.
And this is why you legalize prostitution, because now look how hard it is to kill my prostitutes. It's so much harder when it's organized. All right, I leave. I don't want to go in here. I want to walk around the streets for a while, and if I see anyone that looks like they might be a streetwalker, I want to talk to them.
Okay. I mean, you find maybe a block or so from that inn, there's probably 3 somewhat sketchy-looking women scattered up the block, and you get the impression this is probably where the low-budget crews sell their wares.
All right, I go to one of these low-budget ladies.
Okay. Just, hey, big boy. You look strong.
I am, and hardy. You got some time?
And she sort of looks around. You got some money?
Absolutely, this way.
All right.
And I walk towards the well.
Okay.
When I get within, when I get to the point where I can see it, let me know if I see anyone near the well.
The well looks clear. Roll a perception check for me.
Barely pass.
Okay. There is a man behind you on the street.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. He's sort of loitering as you turn to look.
Okay. I want to go into a dark and shady alleyway near the well. And I tell the lady, I can't go home, wife's there, but over here maybe.
Let me see some coin.
How much do you want?
2 gold.
Well, it's a little high. I really was looking for a little quick attention, if you know what I mean.
She rolls her eyes. 1 gold.
Yeah, there we go.
So
I slip her a gold.
Okay. All right. She follows you into an alley.
Okay. Again, I get in this alley and I look around.
She gets down on her knees.
Okay. Well, I look. Is there any? Would there be anyone that looks like there could be a witness?
You don't see anyone.
Okay. As she gets ready to do her thing, I sneak a knife out of my cloak, and as she goes to
Roll a dex check.
murdering the prostitutes.
I understand your motives, sir.
31. Oh, look at that check.
So she's fumbling with. Looks like she's probably I don't know. She can't figure out how to get your robe open, and while she's doing that,
It just opens, and then I just grab her by. I gently grab her hair, and then just turn her head to the side and stab her in the neck.
Yeah, so you're discreetly able to get your knife out without her noticing. So you can roll an attack, whatever you want to do. She's surprised.
Any bonuses for grabbing her head by the hair held?
You don't ever grab at this point. If you want to make a grab attack first, you
as she's going for that area, just kind of put
get
my
one
hand.
action. Quit being greedy. Either make a grab attack or make a stab attack.
Stab attack. 4. Oh no!
All right, so she sort of leaps back and gives a shriek. What are you? You monster! Roll. Excuse me. Initiative.
Yeah.
Don't eat salsa on stream.
2. Oh, whoops. Sorry, that should be a 4. That should be 4.
Ooh.
You alright, dude?
Yeah, I'm good. Drink some more beer. She goes first and sprints away. We can get an attack of opportunity as she turns and runs.
Yes.
Running, she's screaming, "Roland! Roland!"
Back attack. Yeah?
Yeah.
19.
All right, you critter.
6.
All right. She crumples into the mud, bleeding out of her back.
Okay, I spare a quick second to look around if I see anyone else.
You stick your head out of the alley and you see a man walking towards you with his hand on a sword belt.
Oh, fuck.
He looks large.
I run the other way.
Okay. All right, the alley opens up into the...
Wait, no. I stop. I stop running, and I try and sneak back the other way as close to the wall as possible. I have cause light wounds memorized. I'm going to try and...
Okay. So you start walking... All right, so you run down the alley, and then you turn around and start walking back.
Mm-hmm.
You see... So you're trying to sneak?
Yeah, I just, walk quietly.
The alley's kind of dark, and the light's coming from the street.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a dex check.
27.
Okay. So you're not making any noise as you creep. You see this tall, brawny figure sort of kneel down next to the prostitute and check her pulse.
Shit.
He
Is there
crumbles and stands up and draws his sword, looking in the alley. Do you want to make... You're about 10 feet away from him in the shadows.
Okay. I want to cast cause light wounds and
You have to touch him.
touch him.
Yeah, you have to make it a touch attack. So let's roll initiative.
Oops.
Actually, yeah.
D10 plus.
Okay.
Cause
So he-
light.
So he is surprised. You get... so you just make an
Okay.
attack roll versus D10. So he... Okay. So you surprise him and he doesn't get an attack of opportunity. Is that correct?
Yeah. Because otherwise he would get attack of opportunity against the unarmed attack.
Okay. So roll your D8.
I don't need to make a touch attack.
Oh, you just... Isn't that... Oh, sorry. I thought it was a D20. Yeah,
No.
roll your touch attack.
7.
All right. So you miss. Um,
Does that make
it was
the
a surprise
spell
round.
fizzle?
So now let's go into the attack. Sorry, what?
Does that fizzle the spell?
No.
Okay.
No. All right. So let's go, use that initiative you just rolled.
Okay.
Or do you know what the
Weapon speed of what sword?
short sword is 3, right?
D3. Yeah, 3.
So what was your initiative?
My initiative is 12.
All right. He goes first and stabs at you. And misses.
Damn it.
All right. So what do you want to do?
Well, I guess I'm doing cause light wounds and a touch attack.
Do what I want. All right. So
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Terrible. Okay, he misses with his attack of opportunity.
Thank God.
You fumble. Do I roll? You roll a saving throw versus death? Is that typically what happens? Or do
Yeah.
I roll something?
Yeah, I roll a saving throw versus death. 14, which is a pass.
Okay. Sure. So nothing terrible. You just miss. All right. Let's roll initiative again.
All right. 8.
All right. You go first.
Make my touch attack again.
Alrighty.
9. Any bonuses in there that I can sneak?
I don't think so. It's dark, but that evens out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He fortunately misses you again.
Yes.
Doesn't appear to be very good with his sword. Alrighty. Are you just gonna keep?
No. I want to put my hands in the air and be like, "Whoa, buddy, how about I just give you some money and we call this even?"
He sort of puts his hand on his hip and laughs at you.
I have 100 gold in my pocket. I will give you.
He points his sword at your throat and says, "All right, hand it over."
Okay. I grab the bag and I kind of reach and kind of hand it out towards him.
All right. He goes to grab it with his left hand.
As he does, I want to grab his wrist.
Clever, clever girl. All right. He is not surprised, but you can make an attack. So he doesn't.
Not surprised.
No surprise bonuses. No.
Okay. 19. You
Critically slap his hand.
cause light wounds, bitch. Do it. Roll it.
Yeah, roll your d8.
4.
Okay. He screams, and his hand just like withers to. The muscle, disappears, and the skin gets all gross and wrinkly, and he crumples to his knees. He's still alive, but sort of screaming in pain.
I walk up to him, knife in hand, and I say hello to Beelzebub, and I stab him.
Okay, hold on a sec. All right, roll initiative.
+2. 10.
All right.
We did it. Okay.
All right. He lashes out at you with his sword in a fury for 3 damage. Go. What are you?
I am the Harbinger of Death.
Harbinger.
Harbinger of Death. I say as I stab him, hopefully. Harbinger? That's not a word.
That's your d20, right?
Yeah, it's my attack roll.
Hit.
Hit.
Roll for damage, but he goes unconscious.
Oops. 2.
Yeah.
Alright, I've slit his throat, slit the horse throat, and dragged them to the well. I put my hood up first as I do this stuff.
That'll help if there's someone out there.
And I also take my money back and take any money that he's got on him.
Yeah, he's got a coin purse with 11 gold coins.
Sweet.
And 13 silver.
Sweet.
Okay. Surprisingly, there seems to be no one in the region of the well.
I drag the 2 bodies over and I shove them down.
Okay.
And then I want to walk over towards the well in the east of town, the northeast corner of town.
Northeast. So there's 5. You're in the northernmost one.
Yeah, so then clockwise. I go clockwise from well to well.
Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, it's night, so there's not many people out and about. There's
Okay.
even less in this part of town.
Okay. I want to sit in an alleyway and kind of watch people, see if anyone comes by.
At some point, someone comes out to fill up their well. Like a rotund, middle-aged woman.
Okay. I want to walk up behind her and kind of say quietly, but still kind of announcing my presence. Nice night out, huh?
He says, "Yeah, good thing that rain cleared up."
Yeah.
Drawing up a bucket.
Do you know how deep this is? I dropped my ring in here yesterday.
She sort of pauses and
When she pauses, I just push her in.
roll the hit.
3. Oh God.
She shrieks and lets go of the rope
Mm-hmm.
and sort of jumps back. Roll initiative.
Oh shit, that should be a 12.
Okay. You actually go first because for some reason, if you don't make an action, like if you make a movement action, does that give you? You still have 3, right?
Yeah. So dagger is faster
So for
than
some reason, a dagger is faster than.
a punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you go first.
Okay. D20 plus nothing, 4.
Okay.
Jesus.
She turns and runs. You can get an attack opportunity if you want.
I do. 6 plus 2, 7, 8 for back attack.
Okay. She sings rape, rape as she runs through.
I run the other way. I just keep running. I just want to go to well number 3 right now. We'll come back to well number 2 later.
Okay. As you're sort of out of that square, you see some lights turning on. There's some lanterns being lit. That you manage to get out of there before anything serious happens.
All right. A couple blocks away, I just start to stroll casually down to well number 3.
Okay. All right.
Let me know what it looks like when I get there.
Pretty much the same. I mean, it's like 9, 10 p.m. Medieval town's pretty much shut down at dark.
Yeah. All right. So again, I kind of wait around for like half hour or something, see if anyone shows up to the well.
You see no one.
Okay. I look around. What are the quality of houses near here?
They seem like well crafted, but small and modest little thatched huts.
Okay. Great. I want to. Do any of the houses have a door facing an alleyway or kind of like a more shaded, more secluded entrance?
Yeah, I mean you can find some that are like off the main path.
I still want something that's very close to the well. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like around the corner.
Perfect. I want to try the doorknob from the alleyway. Is it actually locked?
Yeah, it appears to be held by something. What? Like it doesn't have a lock, but
Right. It's like barred.
Backside.
You say thatched roof?
Yeah. This looks to be maybe a 2-room house with a small, modest fenced area.
Do the windows have glass or are they just like shutters?
They're shutters.
Okay. I try and open the shutters.
So there are 3 windows total.
Mm-hmm.
You periodically try them all, and they all appear to be barred from inside.
Okay. I want to see if I can slip my dagger between the window frames and open whatever barring or latching there may be.
Sure, roll a dex check.
33.
All right, you managed to
Sorry,
sort of
31. Yeah.
flip a slot of wood out of place,
Sweet.
and you can get the window open.
I get the window open and I hop inside.
Okay. This appears to be like a bedroom. You see 1 large bed and 2 small beds in it. There is no one in here. You can see some flickering light from underneath the doorway into another room.
Okay. Is that just the only exit aside from the front door?
Yeah. There's no front door entrance to this room.
Okay. Well, I go listen at the door. Well, hold on. This isn't a bedroom that I'm in, is it?
It's a bedroom. There's 3 beds in it.
Sorry. Is there anyone in the beds?
No.
Okay. I go listen at the door.
You can hear some voices.
What
Some voices.
are they talking about?
And children.
Does it sound like idle chatter or
The man's telling some story. about an evil necromancer in the woods.
Shit, he's telling bedtime
There's
stories to
all
his
sorts
kids.
of creatures and I don't know.
Alright, I can't take a man and all of his children and his wife. I leave.
Okay.
Not there yet. I need, like, mass cause-light wounds.
I don't think it exists, but okay.
Yeah. I want to try another building, another similar building.
All right. All right. I'm in a similar situation with a barred door. This is a one-room hut.
Sweet. Again, I try and open a window somehow.
All right. The window is not locked. It's just some shutters.
Sweet. I push them open and
Okay. I mean, you look inside to a one-room hut
right.
with a man and his child. I don't
Awake
know,
or asleep?
awake, like hanging out.
I leave. I leave.
They turn to see you open the door.
I'm like,
Like,
sorry, I'm a little drunk. I thought this was my place. Have a good night, guys.
Get the hell out of here, you drunkard.
I keep walking down.
Wow.
Fucking hell, man! Why is it so hard to murder people in this game?
Sorry, it's not Skyrim we're dealing with.
Yeah, seriously. No, this is great. This is perfect. Let's go to just the next house. Nothing. Let me walk go around to the other side of the well. The houses over there. Find an alleyway and fucking yellow this one.
Alrighty. Door's locked.
Try
Trying some windows.
Try some windows.
One of the windows appears to open.
Sweet. I poke my head in.
Alright, it's pitch black inside. You can't really tell what's going on.
Perfect. I feel on the other side of the window to make sure I'm not going to knock over anything if I crawl in.
There is a shelf just underneath the window.
Okay.
A dex check.
26.
Okay. You bump a little vase with a flower on it
Mm-hmm.
on the bookshelf, but manage to catch it before it tumbles off the shelf.
Sweet. I unbar the door while I'm in this room. Wait,
You crawl into the room.
Yeah.
You do. This is from the outside, so you do crawl into the room.
yeah, I do want to crawl into the room.
Right, your eyes sort of adjust to the light, and you notice there is a bed in this room, and there's someone in it.
Perfect. Oh
So-
God, this is so easy. Yeah, finally, it's about time. I I tiptoe to the bed and kill the person.
Okay, roll for damage.
I'm pretty sure I can just kill them.
Is that how it works?
I'm pretty sure if sleeping or held, you can auto kill.
Where would that be?
But if not, I do 4 damage.
All right. Either way, that's enough to kill this little lady.
Okay. I guess there's not a front door here, right? This
She
is a
doesn't
bedroom.
really make a sound. There's just a sad gurgle as blood pours from the throat.
Okay. There's no
There is a door from this room.
that
So
leads.
there's 2 rooms in this hut.
Okay.
There's no other bed or anything in this room.
Okay, but the door from this room does not go outside, right?
No.
Okay. How hard would it be? How heavy is this old lady? Is she scrawny? Is she fat?
Okay. I mean, you go down and it literally is an old woman, probably at least 70s.
It's fine. I don't mind killing.
Probably
someone.
weighs near 100 pounds. What's your strength?
My strength is 10. Max press is 110, and I already have gear
How
on me.
much gear do you have on?
28 pounds of gear.
110.
I could drag her though, right?
Yeah, you could certainly drag her. You can't quite I don't know. You can put her on your shoulder and move at movement rate 1 if you don't mind getting blood all over you.
Change into my
She's
brand new
waiting for
red
you.
robes first.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get her on my shoulder and scuffle towards the window, and then just like toss her, like laying her on the window and push her out.
Okay. Do you follow after her?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. You see, like, sort of down the block, there's a man and a woman, and they've sort of stopped and they're staring at you. They haven't made a noise or made a movement. They're probably 100 feet away, and they've stopped and they're looking right at you.
I wave and kind of whisper loudly, like as if I'm trying not to wake the neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to go home. He cannot sleep here again tonight.
Roll a charisma check.
Fail.
They sort of nod and back slowly away.
Okay. I try and like prop her up in a sitting position and then start talking to her as if she's like a friend of mine, being like, "Dude, if you're gonna get this drunk, you have to go home."
Back away and they turn down a corner.
All right. Once they're like out of visual sight, I again put her on my shoulder and start shambling towards the well.
Okay.
Or fuck it. I just drag her towards the well,
Okay.
and then but when I get to the edge of the alley, I look out.
What?
When I get to the edge of the alley, I stop her like 10 feet back and peer around the corner.
There's no one. There's no one there.
Sweet, drag her towards the well and toss her in.
Okay. All right.
And then I make my way to well number 4, but it's been another hour. Let's do our hourly breaks just so that everyone can go get some water, go to the bathroom, whatnot.
Sure.
Well number 4 in 3 minutes, guys. See you soon.
Alrighty.